Welcome to the news on the hour, as brought to you on the Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN Television. I am Rachel Egbunu. The Primate of Nigeria, His Grace, the Most Reverend Nicholas Oko, and the Metropolitan of Southern Africa, His Grace, the Most Reverend Tabu Magboga, have issued a joint statement on the xenophobic attack. The archbishops condemned the breakdown of law and order consequent upon the xenophobic attacks carried out on Africans from other parts of the continent, including Nigerians who live and work in South Africa. According to the senior clerics, no matter what grievances people have, mob violence is no way to respond. They condemned the violence outright. They expressed their sympathy to those who have been injured in the attacks and regrets at the loss of property and businesses. They further stated that between their respective churches, they are committed to opening dialogue with all involved with a view of finding lasting solutions to the tensions, adding that as two leading nations on the continent, Nigerians and South Africans should be working together to the mutual benefit of friendship and productive economic relations between the peoples. The archbishops pray for peace among the peoples and for God's blessings on Nigeria, South Africa, and all Africans affected by these deplorable attacks. As they prayerfully task the two presidents, Nigeria and South Africa, to seek a diplomatic solution to the issues causing tension and bitterness. The immediate past Deputy Speaker of Abia State House of Assembly and a Commissioner nominee, the retired Honorable Cosmos Ndukwe, has condemned the incessant xenophobic attacks on Nigerians and other African nationals in South Africa. Ndukwe, in a statement in Aba, called for an end to the killing of Nigerian citizens residing in South Africa, which according to him was not healthy to the existing relationship with both countries, and as well as in the area of economic investments. According to him, he watched as the Nigerians forced to leave South Africa sang the national anthem in a manner that evoked strong feelings, stressing that he was moved to save Nigerians in South Africa from being annihilated from the entire surface of the earth. Nigerian Consul General in Johannesburg, Godwin Adama, has said no Nigerian was arrested in the course of evacuation of those who voluntarily wished to leave South Africa following xenophobic attacks on them. It will be recalled that reports emerged that the South African authorities are frustrating the evacuation of Nigerians who have completed processes for the first batch of airlift from that country. But reacting, Adama said that no returnee was detained or refused to board flight on Wednesday by South African authorities. He stated that although some Nigerians had immigration problems, they were quickly fixed. The Consul General added that what happened was that many of the returnees missed the flights because of their uncoordinated attitudes. Adama said the evacuation process was difficult, adding that the second batch flight had to be rescheduled to enable those who had issues with their documents resolve it. The envoy explained that some of the returnees were interrogated by the immigration, but the mission secured their release. Towards finding a lasting solution to the menace of insecurity that had recently pervaded various parts of the southwest states, governors within the zone are set to launch a security outfit code-named Operation Amotekun. This was disclosed by Donald Ojogo, the Commissioner for Information in Ondo State, who emphasized that the measure was part of the resolutions reached by the Southwest governors at the Security Summit recently held in Ibadan. Ojogo also revealed that the Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, has procured 20 vans and 120 motorcycles to fortify the operations of the new security outfit, which will soon be launched. Kano State government has declared the full implementation of free and compulsory primary and secondary school education policy with the immediate proscription of all levies and fees in public schools. Besides, the government is earmarking 2.4 billion naira annually for the implementation of the new education regime. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, who made the declaration during the flag of the funding components of the free education held at Sani Abacha Indoor Sports Hall affirmed the full implementation of the policy kicks off on resumption of the new school calendar set for Monday, 16 September 2019. Ganduje emphasized the government's commitment to uplift social and economic development of average citizens. News on the hour will be right back after this short break. Please stay with us.
Not that I mean to undermine polytechnics, they do a good job, but university education is actually more valuable.
What teacher is supposed to do is to identify those people that are very, very slow in learning.
When you discover your child is not performing well in a particular subject, it's for you to encourage the child and find out ways to assist the child.
I don't give respect to the school in which you graduated from. What I see in you and I expect is what you can offer. And this is what polytechnic education equipped the graduate with.
There's no longer white-collar jobs. They are nowhere to be found. The population is increasing on a daily basis and the government cannot provide all the needed jobs for the boarding youths.
It's the doctor that the patient has to get a prescription from. The reason is that when the patient comes, the patient gets a card and is directed to see the physician.
You're welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. For more on our top stories, please visit our website at acnntv.com or youtube.com/ACNNTV. And to be up to date with our news and other programs, download the ACNN app for Android from Google Play Store. And now to the international scene. The Anglican Church of Melanesia will enthrone and install the Right Reverend Neolad Mawere to be the 7th Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Melanesia at St. Barnabas Provincial Cathedral this Sunday, the 15th September. More than 10 guests from the United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu are expected to witness the service. The Right Reverend Mawere was elected by Anglican Church of Malaysian Provincial Electoral Board on the 25th of June at Tabalia, headquarters of the Melanesian Brotherhood of the Church west of Honiara. Reverend Mawere was the bishop of the Diocese of Te Motu when he was elected to the highest episcopal position within the Anglican Church of Melanesia. He is 47 years of age and is the youngest archbishop in the history of the Anglican Church of Melanesia. He is the 7th archbishop in succession since the Anglican Church of Melanesia was inaugurated in January 1975 as an independent ecclesiastical province from New Zealand. He succeeds the Most Reverend George Angus Takali, who retired on the 24th of March this year. John Bercow has vowed creativity in Parliament if Boris Johnson ignores a law designed to stop a no-deal Brexit, adding that the only possible Brexit was one backed by MPs. A new law passed before the suspension of the Parliament forces the Prime Minister Boris Johnson to seek a delay until 31st January 2020, unless a deal or no deal exit is approved by MPs by 19th October. Responding to Mr. Bercow's comments, the Prime Minister Boris Johnson said he would rather be dead in a ditch than ask for a delay, saying Tory Brexiter MP Sir Bernard Jenkins said the role of the Speaker had become irretrievable, politicized and radicalized. Meanwhile, Downing Street has announced that Mr. Johnson will travel to Luxembourg on Monday to hold talks with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker and the country's Prime Minister Xavier Bettel. 3 frontrunners in the race to become Democratic Party candidates for U.S. president have clashed over health care at the party's third debate. The debate in Houston, Texas was the first time Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders faced off on stage. Former Texas lawmaker Beto O'Rourke drew some of the biggest applause with an impassioned plea for gun control, saying the winner is likely to face President Donald Trump, the Republican Party favorite in the November 2020 poll. adding that only the 10 highest polling Democrats were eligible to take part in the debate. Vice President under Barack Obama, Mr. Biden is leading current polls by a considerable margin, with Massachusetts Senator Ms. Warren and Vermont Senator Mr. Sanders in second and third. The rest of the field are polling in single figures. The legacy of President Obama came up repeatedly, while there were also questions on immigration, climate change and gun control. But it was healthcare which sparked the fiercest clashes. The issue of how to reform the U.S. healthcare system has divided moderate and more progressive Democrats. Mr. Sanders and Ms. Warren both back Medicare for All, which will expand an existing federally run program for the elderly to cover all Americans in a single-payer insurance system. And now to sports story. Dani Ceballos has said he is loving life at Arsenal, but will not be able to make a decision on his future until the season ends. The Spain midfielder is on a one-year loan from Real Madrid, but has already established himself as an integral component of the Unai Emery's midfield and a firm favorite with his new friends. Ceballos was given a standing ovation following his home debut against Burnley last month. However, the 23-year-old reportedly asked Madrid not to include an obligation to buy when he left the Bernabeu. But he has now hinted he could stay at the Emirates for a longer period. And that's it from here. Thanks for watching. I am Rachel Igwin.